Hey, how's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to look at re-equipping my Aurora using the new, fairly new artifact filter system, or the equipment filtering system. I want to do two things with this video. One, show you a bit more in depth maybe how to use that system, or that, I guess system is the right word, that artifact filter. And also talk about some equipment considerations. So hopefully there will be some lessons you can take away even for totally different heroes just by thinking about what they do and how you might want to reflect that or compound that skill with the equipment that you're putting on. So I thought this could be good for a few reasons. So if you haven't tried Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out and play alongside me. It's another really fun and deep strategy RPG like Empires and Puzzles, but with some fun new twists, and a lot of people from Empires and Puzzles have already joined. Not only can you help out the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, but if you enter the code #Spock_2021 hashtag in the global chat, you can get a nice starter bonus including gold, gems, gold scrolls, and a free epic hero Elidor, all valued at about $50. Once you join, you'll also get access to a set of beginner events where you can earn another epic hero Soliana, a 5-star legendary set of equipment, which is what you use to boost the stats and performance of your heroes, and a platinum scroll for another epic or legendary hero in the game. Those links and codes are in the description down below. Just be sure to enter that code in the global chat after finishing the tutorial within 24 hours of downloading the game, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Looking at my Aurora now, she's not equipped very well. I did this early on. Ideally, I'd like to get her HP over 30k, 35 would be pretty nice. I think I'm going to go for 4 pieces from the caster set to get her mana gain up to 25, so she'll charge in only 4 tiles. And aim for resistance and speed as high as we can get it. So I've put some tomes. I've given her some tomes, and if you're not familiar with her, let's look at what she does, because this is what you'll want to consider when adding equipment. Grants protective shield based on 28% of target's max HP to all allies, so it's basically a buff that acts as health, but it only lasts for 5 turns. She also grants increased attack, so increased attack, to my understanding, would mean that you would want her to fire early, so speed might be especially important because you want this increased attack active when other attacking heroes, or before other attacking heroes are going to have their turns. Looking at her passive, if below 52% HP, adds increased defense to her special ability. If below 32% HP, adds fortify to her special ability. So these numbers can be increased even further to 60 and 40, which just makes that special very strong, especially when charging in only 4 tiles. So let's get started. If you look at what I have, I've gone for the Mystic set originally, which gives an increase to speed and accuracy, I think. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me double check if that's right. Yep, accuracy and speed. So I think I was just trying to go for a speed boost, and I honestly think I didn't have any thing from the Swift set yet. So I know that there will be a free artifact thing coming up. I'm just going to eat the cost of it because I want to do this video, and I've been meaning to re-equip some of these heroes, so I figured we can make it a learning experience. So let's just get started. We're going to take our equipment, and we are going to remove all and start fresh. So that's a lot of gold. Okay, so next we're going to hit the filter. I'm going to show equipped artifacts because if I have stuff on heroes that I'm not using as frequently, I'll be fine to remove them. I think Aurora is a very impactful hero in the current meta and basically is one of the strongest healers in the game because it only lasts for 5 turns and then it goes away. So we're going to look at the caster set. And so I was having a problem with this before. We're just scrolling up. It wasn't moving. But if I scrolled down and then up, then it was okay. So let's see. Maybe we should just go for... I'm trying to think what pieces first. So I guess I would probably choose from these sets, which are resistance, caster, defense, and HP, and see what kind of pieces I have that will fit there the best. We're going to go for all 5-star and 6-star. We'll look at all of them. So I'm definitely going to do 4 from the caster. I might do 2 from life, or from defense, or from the resistance one, depending on what's in there. Sometimes if you have stuff that matches the hero really well, it could be better than going for a certain set bonus. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at only... we'll look at rare too if it's 5 or 6. And then for main stats, we're going to want speed. I don't think I want to do resistance as a main stat. We're going to go defense and HP. Substats, we really want to go for HP, defense percentage, speed stat. Oh, you can only choose one. Okay, well, we'll try this. We'll go HP, we'll go defense. Why are there only 2 substats? Okay. So what's most important? Probably those. We really want to get her health boosted up. It'll be nice to find some accuracy in there. And those are the main stats we want. So let's see. Okay. How about that, huh? So we got some speed boots with defense, resistance, and HP. So that'll probably be a good set to level up. We've also got speed boots for resistance with HP and defense substats. Accuracy is not a good thing. Wow, interesting. I wonder if it's because I was so selective. So maybe if we reduce, that opens it up a lot. Okay. So let's choose... how do we decide this? I think we want to go with a... This is the difficult thing about equipment for me, is trying to consider all of these things at the same time. So let's look at boots first. And we're going to want some really good speed boots with substats that matter. So this is a great pair of boots. However, crit rate is super valuable and it's not going to matter for her, so we're not going to choose that. Here we have some defense, some accuracy, crit rate again, not the best pair. Speed, accuracy, again, not the best pair. Now we're looking at HP, speed boost, speed boots with HP, so that's a good contender. I wish there was a way to mark some of these things. And if we're gonna look at boots first, let's look at only speed. All right, so these are equipped on Richard, who I don't use at all. So from the life set, mostly HP and speed. These are on Alex, which I'm probably going to keep them on him. Speed, crit damage, again, those aren't a great fit. Crit damage, HP. So we got a little resistance here. So far I'm not seeing anything that's really jumping out at me. This is probably the best, honestly. That's a 5-star set, so they'll be limited to 40. But that's not too bad. Speed with attack and crit rate, not the right fit. Speed with accuracy. So if you have a better way of equipping heroes, definitely let me know. This is one of the more difficult things for me in the game, so I'm open to any and all feedback. And hopefully this is valuable for people who are trying to do the same thing. All right, here we've got resistance, speed with a pretty good defense boost, a little bit of HP. That's a good set. HP and attack. Accuracy. I think now we've looked at everything. So, tough call. Tough call. These are on Yabe. So that's a really great pair of boots. Not for Aurora, but 20% crit rate with 6-star boots and some accuracy. That's a good set. Okay, so it's either going to be this pair that we level up. So let's throw some stuff in here and let's see what we get. So far, a bunch of defense, which is pretty good, especially for this set bonus. That'll really take care of her defense well. I want to see where we land at 9. All right, let's see if we can get the quad roll here. So hopefully this video is not more in depth than you would prefer. Couldn't think of a better way to do this, and this is kind of the video that I would want personally. But feel free to skip ahead. I don't know if you know this, but if you're in the YouTube app on your phone or iPad, you can just tap on the right side of the screen, double tap, and it skips 10 seconds. And then you can see what I'm doing and move past any step if you want to. So this is looking like a pretty great pair. It's got HP, it's got resistance, it's got a bunch of defense. From the defense set, we're going to want to max this eventually, but for now, we will equip this. Okay, so we've got boots. We're going to get some good speed out of that. Okay, so I think next we want to find what other piece we're going to use from this set. This is another thing that confuses me, is like, do I go to the caster set first? You know, sometimes you want to narrow it down before choosing, because I could go to the this defense set, choose another piece, and find that I have a much better one in the caster set. So that's why this process is difficult for me. So we're done with speed. So we'll deselect boots. Let's try a bigger sort here and see what we end up with. So I think at this point, we know what sets we can rule out, because those would both need a set bonus of 2 pieces, and we might as well get the set bonus from these. So we're going to be running caster, come on, and protector, I think it's called. So now we want HP, defense, substats. I think I'm going to leave those blank. Let's see how many results this turns back for us. I don't know what's going on with the scroll here. Okay, so everything but boots. Not a ton of results. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier. So of what we have left for the protector set, that's on Alex, so we're going to keep it on there. So crit damage, not great, even though defense could be good. Crit damage again. HP with defense, that's a prospect. 5-star rare is a little bit weak in terms of how high the substats can get. Dobrink, accuracy, defense, I guess we'll leave that on her. So, Vigo. Resistance and defense. Okay, that's an appealing set. Gloves are one of the unique places where you can get crit damage, which doesn't matter for her, so I think that... Ooh, this is looking pretty good too. We got defense with a pretty beefy HP substat. Defense with a little speed, not the best choice. Defense with a bunch of crit rate. So this is what was on her before, and that's a much better choice for someone like Sophia that really benefits from the crit rate as well as the increased defense. Okay, so we're probably going to choose one of those first 3 sets of gloves. Here's HP with accuracy. The substats are not great here. This is on Torbjorn. HP with more defense. HP, those are both HP. So this resistance and defense, I think, is a bigger benefit to Aurora than it is to Torbjorn. He doesn't need the accuracy, but he could take a little bit more crit rate probably. So I think that I'm gonna steal this for her. So accuracy, crit rate. This will give her resistance and more defense. Yeah. So, oops. We're going to steal these. Real quick, feel free to fast forward for this part, but I'm going to jump in on Torbjorn here and make sure that I get this other armor placed for him so we can go like this. Come on. And like this. Boom, that was the one we wanted for him. So we will equip. His crit rate is higher than it needs to be, but that's not too bad. All right, so let's go back to our Aurora here. Okay, so we go to equipment, filter. So we need these. And we don't need armor or boots. Oops, we can show equipped. And then we still want HP, defense. We won't see any accuracy main stats. So this is really just for the gloves. Okay, so HP with damage and attack, not good. We're not going to take from her or him. Defense with crit rate, we decided we weren't going to go that way. So this would give us some more speed. Why do we only have 29 speed? Oh, we got to bump those up all the way. Okay, so defense with accuracy and resistance. Defense with HP. I think those are probably going to be the best set. Defense with crit rate. So this would give us a little bit more speed. This would give us a lot more HP and defense. So let's go with these. All right. And we were actively ruling out our shields. So we're now going to decrease gloves. This is probably a better way of doing it for your sanity, is just don't look at the other pieces. Just choose from what's left. Because I can get stuck in this loop of trying to find the perfect piece where I'm like, okay, but if I go with those gloves, then I can't choose gloves from the defender, and those gloves seem a little bit better, and it makes equipping a nightmare. Okay, so we need 2 caster pieces and 1 defense piece. We have everything we need here, so might as well start. Wow, look at that quad roll on HP. That is the reason why I put Torbjorn in the caster set. Okay, so the thing with these last 3 pieces is the main stats are just crap. So you're purely looking at substats. So that's mainly crit rate. That's not very good. HP, crit rate again. Oh, that was attack. I thought that was HP. Okay, so that's decent HP. We got some resistance as well. Crit damage doesn't hurt. Resistance and HP again. Speed, but crit rate, which we don't want. More resistance and HP, so that's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at what the 4th stat is going to be. If we can get speed, that would be fantastic. If we can get defense, that would be nice. And that might seal the deal for us on this piece. And then we'll see where we land. I feel like I'm a bit... crit damage. I feel like I'm a bit of an equipment noob at this point, not really knowing what's best. But I think the goal is just to aim for improvement, and this will definitely be an improvement. I am definitely a perfectionist and want to go from her having crappy equipment to having the best equipment ever, and that's just not going to happen. So this is pretty tempting. We got speed and 20% HP. Over here we had, I think it was this one. No, this one. Resistance So I think that 20% with a little speed is looking pretty good. HP and resistance. Let's see what we hit on 12. Again, feel free to speed up if this is boring. I don't want to put you guys through something that isn't interesting, but I feel like demonstrating this process is valuable. Attack, okay. So we're going to skip ahead and look at some of this other stuff. Try to go a little faster. I won't talk everything out loud. Defense. So I'm just looking for a lot of these stats that are more valuable for this hero. So we have a lot of... Yeah, that sucks. We have a lot of these stats. I'm not going to bother with the next level here. Got a lot of crit damage and crit rate stats in here. 23% with some resistance is pretty appealing. So if I do go helmet and weapon, that would mean I'm choosing a shield from the defense set, which would give us these few options, which are crappy so far, at least for this hero. Resistance, a little bit of HP, crit rate, HP and speed. Let's see what we get at level 12 here. Defense, that's pretty appealing. It's not a lot, but it hits all the boxes. 17 with some speed. Man, this is where you just really want those perfect rolls, which are so hard to get. Speed, HP. This is where the rare stuff is kind of not even worth looking at, because even if you find great stats on there, which we have for these things, you only get to level those up a couple times. All right. I'm going to see if I can find any better shield in the caster set, and then probably just choose that. There's a chance we may have to spend a little gold to switch it, but there we have defense, HP, and speed. That's pretty appealing. Less so there. Resistance, defense, HP. That's pretty good too. Primarily defense. So we're at about 29k HP, which is pretty good. That's around where my goal was. Defense. Well, this would put us at 29k, it looks like. No, that would put us over. Defense, we'd be at over 3,000, which is pretty good. Speed is on the low side. Not much I can do about that. I've got speed boots on there. Speed boots. Too many choices. Accuracy, HP, defense. So this was which was the one that looked really good? This one, I think. 23% resistance with HP. 20% accuracy. HP defense, not bad, but not great. Okay, so I think I am going to go with this. Resistance, a bunch more defense, and HP. That's pretty good. So let's equip this. And then we need one more caster piece, so either weapon or helmet. So I think I'm going to rule out... I'm going to try to find the better one from the Defender Guardian set. Resistance and HP, that is quite appealing. So we'll come back to that, but that is on Dobrinka, who I don't use currently. I might steal that from her. HP resistance, not bad. Speed resistance, but crit stuff. So yeah, none of these weapons are very good. Let's check helmets real quick, and then I'm just going to go with that piece from Dobrinka. That ain't bad. Not great, but it's just a single roll on each of them, so they're not too high. Let's see if we can get anything good at 12, but I think we're getting close to the end here, and we're going to be left with a much better hero than we had. Resistance. Okay, so we've got this as an option. Where'd it go? No, I'm not going to steal that. What the hell? Where is this? Oh, I didn't realize this was on Alex. Okay. So resistance, HP. Man, I wish there was some defense in there. Starting to get confused on what I've looked at already too. See if we can get some more hits on HP, perhaps. Nah, if we had defense in here, that would be an easier decision, but let's see what we hit. Crit rate, that'll be better somewhere else. This is where it gets tricky for me. So yeah, if you have any advice, please let me know, because this is a very difficult process for me. Resistance, HP, man, if there was defense in there. Alright, I'm kind of feeling like there's not a good weapon. So let's see if we can find a good helmet, and then we'll know that we're just going to choose a weapon from the caster set. That is very appealing. Oh, it's on Alex though. Shit. Okay, I think I've already made that mistake. HP and resistance. Again, if there was defense there, that would be good. All right, let's check these one last time. That's crap. Resistance, defense, and HP. Oh man, if I hadn't hit twice on no percentage defense, this would have been a really good helmet. Let's watch it go through. I was just going to say that. Fuck. I should just sell that right now. Alright, defense. Come on, let's get a few double stats in here. So quite good defense with some resistance. She can create that extra HP. It's true that if her HP is higher, then she'll gain even more. But it's also true that she gets a lot of perks when her HP is lower. Tough call. HP, speed. Oh, that was close. Defense. 19% with some speed. Her defense is 32. That's quite good. So this would bring her HP up to 35,000. She would be suffering from speed a little bit. We'll get those boots maxed. Okay, just gonna equip this. Alright, so we got our mana gain good, and now we just need a weapon from the Defender set. And I think I just wanted to steal this one. Do I feel the same? Yeah, her defense feels pretty good. Mana gain is great. So bumping up resistance and HP will be pretty nice. So let's steal that. All right, and let's take a look at where we have landed. Almost 40k HP, 3500 defense, excellent mana gain. Speed is pretty good. Resistance is pretty good. But that is a huge win from where she was before. That's like a gain of almost 20,000 HP and like 1200 defense. So I'm going to wrap this video here. Let me know what you guys think of this type of video. I'm worried that it might have been a little bit boring just because this process is slow, but again, I did want to model what that looks like. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're interested in checking out Gemstone Legends and you haven't already, then you are a legend for watching this far into the video if you're not already playing, but there's that information in the description. It's a fun game. This part is not so fun for me, but it makes up not that big of a portion once you start getting your roster built up. You know, just do this periodically. Don't try to do it all in one day or you'll pull all your hair out. But yeah, information in the description if you want to check it out. And then, yeah, we're also recruiting for our guild. So there should be some information in the description of this video on how to join our Discord, and you can see if you would be a good fit. We're looking for ideally power over 115,000. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Check out my Gemstone Legends playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.